good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Nonpfixion, and this is, excuse me, Ready, Set, Geek. And we are about to get into episode 3, aka chapter 3 of Kenobi, which reports put out that it was the #1 viewed opening show for Disney Plus, which is interesting because it seems like every series basically tops the previous series on the opening, because even What If had a big opening. Well, no, taking that back, What If didn't have a big opening, it had a big ending, I believe. But regardless, should be fun. Should be fun. Episode 3 just populated on my Disney Plus. We're gonna get into it very shortly. Just need to update one or two things, and we are ready to go. But I hope everyone's doing well. Hope everybody had a good weekend, good Memorial Day. If you did go out, if you didn't, hope you just chilled. You know what I'm saying? Hope you chilled. Hope you relaxed. Hope you were able to relax because sometimes it's not hard for everybody. Even though you have time to yourself, it's not always easy to to relax. You know what I mean? Because of just how the world is and what's going on in the world. There's just so much. So it is what it is. But appreciate you all the same for stopping by, saying hello. This time, unlike last time, they released it at the right time and not, several hours early, which kind of threw everybody off. Well, those who weren't watching, the Star Wars Celebration, we had no idea. You know what I'm saying? Because I was watching bits and pieces of it, but I wasn't sitting and watching the whole thing. Even though it was readily available on YouTube, I was just doing other things at the same time. So I was just hopping on different people's streams, talking about what's going on from Star Wars Celebration. But I definitely was not able to sit and just watch it the complete thing. But I mean, it would have been nice to have done it, but unfortunately, I wasn't able to do that. Let's see. Kenobi 3012. I'll take that off. I think we should be fine, to be honest. Cancel. Go here. Right, there we go. All right. So, and I think the episode is just going like chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. So I believe this one was called chapter 3 when I looked at it. And yes, well, it says part 3. So part 3. Thank you to everybody who watched my new Marvel theory. So I did a Marvel theory video for a reel. Just my idea of kind of, if you remember from Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, there was one chair left in the Illuminati, and so I did a kind of I did a Marvel theory video, kind of saying who I thought that might have been in that other chair, and there's a reason why I went that route. There's a video that I have a reaction I'm working on for, and it's gonna give you guys kind of like, oh, okay, this is the reason why he said that. So once I have that up, you'll understand. You'll be able to connect the two together, and it'll make a lot more sense. It'll make a lot more sense. But we're about to get into this reaction. And once again, you see the timer down below this with the 5 zeros. Once that counter gets to 10 seconds, we all press play, and we all start at the same time. Maybe not a poll. It just gets interaction. So I did a quick poll. All right, my eyes. Sometimes my eyes just like water like crazy. Okay, I thought my phone was like about to do something. Started like vibrating. All right, so we're actually we're ready. I think we're ready. Yes, we are definitely ready. So once again, as you see the timer below, once I press the timer to start, once it starts, we will all at the same time press play when it hits 10 seconds. I wish this would stay configured the way I do it, but it changes every single time. So we'll get this cracking. So we got 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, play. Hello. Do not skip the recap either. Do not skip the recap. The fake Jedi was actually kind of hilarious. What up, B? Not that I've seen yet, but I know he will be very soon. But how are you doing? Welcome to the channel. I really still don't think that was a real Grand Inquisitor. Grand Inquisitor can't die right there, because if the Grand Inquisitor dies right there, changes the entire story. I cannot be the real Grand Inquisitor. But they are taking some liberties and changing a few things because um, Drifter, who probably here a little bit later, he brought up a good point about when they all knew Anakin became Vader because they actually watched it. They seen it in the like little hollow cast of Obi-Wan and Yoda. So it's like they're taking some liberties and changing some things up because he's seen that then. That's when he first turned. So he knew like the Vader character because he was given his name there. He's finally gonna get his mental together. Vader. I love how they're playing with spatial sound. Oh, it's so good the way they're playing with spatial sound. Let's hear it. Vader, Lord Vader, Lord Vader. That's the castle, Vader's castle, his chill spot. Okay. So that Grand Inquisitor couldn't have been the one from the Rebel story. I mean, just I don't know, like hmm. It's so cool his acting because you can see all the inner turmoil and it's just translated so well on screen, and it's the subtleties in his actions and his movements. It's just beautiful acting. It's beautiful acting. Looks like sunny Las Vegas. Mapuzo. Why look? Yeah, he's visioning Anakin like crazy, especially now, and because he knows Anakin is Vader, which he should have already known that, but we'll talk about that later. Why did the dimensions change all of a sudden? They definitely pissed. Well, with the when it comes with the dark side, Sith, they will definitely kill each other for a position. Where did it go? She's like, I can't talk or I don't like to talk. Leia as a child, still just as bossy. Ah, to Empire transport. Just what if they pick up some stormtroopers on the way? I knew. Why'd I call it? Why'd I freaking call it? They're picking up some stormtroopers. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. This is even though I don't think anything will happen because it. I mean, he could take. I mean, the old Obi-Wan could take him out like that, but the said, "Nah, we'll find him. We always do." Yeah, okay. A lime seed. Got yourself. Yeah, he slipped up right there. That's definitely not Obi-Wan. Nice little cover up. Oh, they mentioned his brother, huh? Oh Lord. Of course, Freck will sell them out. Of course, Freck. Good job. But hope that Force is popping right now. Oh, they're gonna scan them. They always have the same sounds. Oh, damn. No. Not another one. They showed up. You got who is it? An Imperial officer. Oh, some spies in this, huh? They're all trying to impress Vader so bad to be top dog. I like stories. Give me story. Give me story. Put your hood on, Obi. Kenobi, put your hood on, player. That'd be. This is pretty cool. Okay, I see people want to see more fighting in the polls. Okay, I get that. I totally get that. So they hunt anyone who is force sensitive. I wonder if they're taking them out or if they're just turning them. That'd be interesting. He th- Only when eyes are closed you can truly see. He's he got the big Thor hammer behind his back. Um, he understood all right. He was about to smack fire out of y'all. Serious. What's up, Azapachi or AZ Apache? I am over halfway through the episode. We got about 15 minutes left. You said later in the episode felt too light in the fighting sequence, like he didn't have any emotion hatred towards Nolan. I haven't got there yet, but I'll talk about when we get there. We're at the little safe house. Oh, Tyler. Well, claustrophobia, Ben, huh? I mean, they also can't give you. It's all good. It's all good. Vehicle that. But I do hear Darth Vader's breathing, so I know he's close. Anakin, look at Annie. Oh my damn! He just killed the little kid. Killed the little kid and the dad. Damn. You say too light. You think that's too light? He came in just murking people with the force. That's not too light. And then he dragged her dead body. Are you crazy? That was cool. Let me move it over here so I can see y'all comments. Small might show up at the end. And say, I think I was thinking that too. I was definitely thinking it's a possibility that he shows up, which I kind of hope he does. To be honest, I hope he does. Even Ezra, kind of hope Ezra show up as well, just like in a cartoon, like link them together. But I know that's not gonna happen. He's so young, but he's still a young version. It's not the older one, but it's still a good possibility. Ooh, that blade! Said Gabriel Lopez. Oh my god, best episode. Get to the win, Vader. Oh my show. Oh, that could be good too. That could be a possibility too, Apache. Anakin know Obi don't want to fight him. He didn't want to fight him the first time. So like, why are you doing this? He didn't want to fight you. You made him fight you. You went at him the first time. Oh, that blue saber is so clean though. I love the light that it gives off. You think so? That'll be fire to bring all them characters to life, man. To the big world, to the live action world. He said, "I am what you made me." What? No, stop. You did that to yourself, player. Mm. Let me observe this fight scene. I have a comment of what you were saying earlier, vehicle guy. She won't make it back because she about to run into Reva. Reva's gonna kill her. Plain simple. I always love the force fighting. He hit the Bangalore smokes. The Bangalore smokes popped out. With the lightsaber battle and wounded Obi-Wan. Probably gonna will force ghost him at the beginning of the next episode. He might. Because I think this also part being in this room helped him remember kind of like what was it all for. Like his reminded who he was. Just like in this room, it's reminding Reva what she hates. And it's, I think, because she was one of those kids from the beginning, she got left. I think she got left and they brainwashed her. And so they just dug into her inner her inner hatred and pulled it out and multiplied times 100. I'm all like leaning forward and stuff. That's a possibility too. I definitely thought about that. I think when she confronts Obi, oh, I like that. I like that he did that. I think when she confronts Obi, there's gonna be like a dialogue moment where he convinces her. They just, damn, we just dragged him through the fire. That's crucial. God, God, dog. Good robot. Good robot. See, also too, you gotta remember, vehicle guy. Anakin's just mad. He's mad, mad, mad. That's why them showing him the way he's killing off just the regular civilians who he know has no power. They can't fight him. It kind of makes sense. This fight. The point of this fight is he wants to put his will onto Obi-Wan and he wants to put his will on Obi-Wan, on Kenobi, and make him feel his pain that he went through. So that it was the pride, his cockiness that caused him to lose Obi-Wan. It was his cockiness, and the way he was fighting him, I'm not surprised because it was his cockiness and his pride, 100%. How did Reva get in front of her? Oh, Reva killed the pilot. How did she get in front of? She's too smart for her own good. She's too smart for her own good. They wrote it too good. They wrote it too good. So I definitely think. Okay, I don't think there's any extra scenes though. It's not like Marvel. Um, okay. So episode part 3. He said Reva might help. Okay, but to that vehicle guy, I honestly think the reason why that fight took place, the way they're writing it, is that his anger, his pride, his revenge factor was kicking in. He wanted to torture. He wanted to torture Kenobi. That's why the whole dragging through the fire. It wasn't he didn't want to kill him. He wanted to torture him so he can feel the pain that he went through. You know what I'm saying? And that's the whole point of that. That's the whole point of that scene. He doesn't want to kill him. He wants to torture the hell out of him because look at what he went through. He lost limbs. He needs a breathing apparatus. He's full of anger and hate, and that's why he's so strong. You know what I'm saying? He can feed into the dark side of the force so well because of all the anger and hate. So now him just doing what he was doing to Kenobi makes 100% makes all kinds of sense. You know what I'm saying? But what you're saying, Apache, towards the end, I think that room and him seeing all the different writings on the wall, especially the ones from other Jedi, if you want the way and the acting and his facial expression, his body language, it kind of like that feeling of remembering who he really is. Now, for him to really get to the point of the whole Qui-Gon situation, I think this might be part of how Qui-Gon comes back in the picture, which would be pretty dope. Reva was possibly there before, probably that's a possibility. But I mean, I know that I know a lot of people have issues with her character or whatever, but I don't have issues with the character. I have issues with some of the writing where I just want to understand something. My thing is I'm just impatient and want to know what her real connection is because I honestly think that she is one of the kids from the beginning when Order 66 popped off and they were fighting. They were trying to protect the younglings, and the one Jedi got killed trying to protect them. And I think she was one of them. And then they grabbed her early, brainwashed her, because she's force sensitive, of course, but she's not. I mean, she's not like the other. The others are from other species, from other worlds. I think Vader learned his lesson of patience, and that's why he allowed Obi-Wan to escape. That's possible. And I mean, his patience is part of his healing. So to be patient, he has to heal. Reva is the fan of this series. You think so? You think so? I mean, I know that Star Wars has a theme. There's usually always a few people that are on the bad side that are they either turn or they try to save somebody who's on the good side and they die in the process. I don't know if they would kill off a third sister, but I mean, we did kill off a Grand Inquisitor. Where I'm still fingers crossed, still hoping that Grand Inquisitor was not the real Grand Inquisitor. Because if they kill him off, and this is a little bit before the whole Ezra Miller thing, and not Ezra Miller, but I say Ezra Miller. I'm thinking of DC videos, but before Ezra Bridger and the Rebel situation, like you're discontinuing that story because the Grand Inquisitor is a big part of that story. You know what I'm saying? Besides other big bads. Said just got back from home. We'll have to watch it. Yeah, it comes out Drifter. So in the US, it comes out at close to 2 a.m. 2 a.m. Central. 2 a.m. Central. 3 a.m. Eastern. and 12 midnight Pacific. Let's stop the timer. But this episode is pretty good though. This episode, actually, I like this episode a lot. This one's good. But you cutting the mowing the lawn, man, that could take you like a couple of weeks. All that grass you got. So everyone in the series has to attach to Ahsoka, so she might have to show up. Hence the magazine shoot. Probably. I mean, I know that, well, because they're all trying to make it's all a connected world, you know. So we'll just have to see how they're going to connect everything. They start out, of course, with Mandalorian, then Boba Fett, then they connected Boba Fett to Mandalorian. So we'll see. We'll see how they connect everything. No worries, Drifters. Thank you for stopping by, man. Appreciate you, brother. Hope you have a good night or good day, because I know you're online. Have a good day. But this was actually a cool episode. And like I said, I know people have their issues with certain parts, but I mean, for Disney Plus to have the top rated opening of the show so far, that's pretty awesome, pretty dope. So if you had to give this episode, not the series, this episode, a rating from 1 to 10, we'll go 1 to 10. 10 being, oh my god, this was freaking awesome, and 1 being, this is crap. What would you give it? Because I mean, just going off of some of the hype parts where some of the things that, you know, just going into the scene, especially seeing Vader for the first time officially in the series, kind of seeing a little fight between him and seeing the vengeance and hate in Vader, because Vader's supposed to be vengeful. He's supposed to be hateful. He's supposed to be. I don't think the fight was supposed to be strong, because he was torturing him. He wasn't going to kill him. So it was all about inserting his will and dominance on Obi, because he even said, you know, throughout the years you become weak. He knows he's weak. He knows he can kill him. That means he's going to torture him. He's going to beat the hell out of him. He's going to just do whatever he can. And that was the whole point of that. It was all about revenge. It wasn't about killing him. It wasn't even about fighting him. It was about asserting his dominance and power into Kenobi. That's exactly what he did. But I mean, you know, I know people. It's like when we watch the other series, the Disney Plus, the Marvel series. People want the fighting. I'm kind of opposite. The fighting is cool, but I want story. I want world building stories to make these worlds even bigger and crazier and better than what they've ever been. You know, I've always been that type of person. I want the story. Fighting is dope. I want story. Yeah, he doesn't want to fight him. He didn't want to fight him the first time. Because even when he had the high ground, when he had the high ground, he tried to jump over him. He cuts his legs. It's like, he didn't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? He didn't even want to leave him, but he couldn't bring him because it's too much anger. He couldn't. He had to leave him. Hope in the hopes that he would possibly perish. So he wouldn't have to deal with seeing that again and feeling those feelings again. He can shut it off, push it to the curb, you know, Jedi bro it out and say, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, now he not only has to try to now find Leia again, he has to deal with all that pain of someone who was like his brother, you know what I'm saying, turning coat and becoming everything that he was hoping he wouldn't become. And you have to think also the way he feels about Luke, even though he wants to train him, there's a reluctance in that, because he doesn't want him to become just like his father. They thought the father was a chosen one to save the light from the dark, but it was the opposite. And now with the son, who's just as, you know, spirit wise, force wise, is supposed to be just as powerful or even more powerful, there's still a fear that can happen. Even though we know the story, we know what happens in this story at this moment, there's still a fear of that. And I think that's partly why, like I was talking to Drifter the other day, last episode, I think that's why in the movie, when he first meets well, technically he meets Luke, you know what I'm saying, for the first time, even though it wasn't the first time, when Luke's older, and he runs into him, he introduces himself as Ben, and they talk for the first time, and he shows him his father's lightsaber. And he talks to him about his father being a good man, and this, and blah, blah, blah. And people always were like, well, he's Vader. So I looked at it like he was trying to tell him about the good side of his father before he learned about the bad side of his father, and hoping to attract the positivity, attract the light, keep him away from the dark. Because if he explained to him how, oh, your father was a good guy, then turned bad, and he became this evil, menacing power that you see that's controlling everything right now, that's killing people left and right. How would that make him feel as a young person? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think it's something that started connecting the writing. Apache says Samuel L. Jackson show up will blow up my mind, then dies to protect Obi. I would not want him to die, but I think it will be a dope ending, a dope death for him. But I would not want him to die, just because black characters always die. Look, we gotta live somewhere, man. If we can't live on Earth in movies, can we at least live Star Wars in a galaxy far, far away? But I mean, I think him showing will be dope. He said one day we'll sync this up. Yeah, just message me tomorrow. I know you're gonna watch it probably later on today with the wife. Just message me and let me know what you thought about the episode. But so Drifters. So Tuesday for me, it's Tuesday night going into Wednesday morning. All episodes are supposed to release by 2 a.m., by 2:15, 2:20, depending on your platform. Sometimes they have to be updated or something like that. Usually released about 2 a.m. Wednesday morning. So usually I'll get on a few minutes before that, because I'll check to see if the episode's released. And if it's released, then I hop on. So we got on and did it, like I said. We've been on for an hour. So we actually started up before 2, but the chat in OBS was not working, so I had to shut down stream and then redo it. So yeah, so like an hour, yeah. Yeah, it's only been an hour. So the episode was like about it was 50. Well, I closed it. It was 48 minutes. The episode was 48 minutes. The first episode was 56 minutes. Second episode, 42 minutes. Last episode was 48 minutes. So release, 12 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and then it's 2 a.m. my time Central, and 3 a.m. East Coast. And of course, Drifter's in a whole other. He's on a whole other continent. So for him, it's like 6 p.m. in the afternoon. Because you did hear him. He did say he was cutting the grass. So what I'll do is I try to. I'm always bad on getting on time. I've never been good at my time. Yeah, Eastern Australia. So what time is it right now, Drifter, for you? What time? I'm curious. What time? I know you said we said it before. The time difference would have been 5. Yeah, see, 5. It's 5 p.m. for Drifter. Well, it was 5 p.m. when the episode dropped. That's so crazy. Episodes drop 5 p.m. every Wednesday for you. That's so crazy. Was moving this golf green. Haven't mowed it all in a year. Oh, that's how high was that grass? You said you have mowed it in a year? That's crazy. 6:11 right now. Okay, 6:11. So what? 13 hours? You're 13 hours ahead? Am I saying that correctly? So on the voting, it says, I put, and the question of voting is, tell me in chat what you want to see more in the series. More fighting, more story, or just tell me in the feed. And most people said, we have 17 votes, and most people said more fighting, and then a handful of people said more story. See, I just like story. I like story. So, wasn't too bad actually. Was surprised. Yeah, I'm surprised too. Should have took you forever to do it. Rex think we'll see him. I don't know. I think that might have been just more of an Easter egg. That might have been more of an Easter egg. So I don't know. I'm not sure who all you follow, Apache, but if you follow, do you follow New Rockstars? They do. They've been doing breakdowns of the episodes. I didn't watch the first two ones just because life, but I will be watching the third one and redoing a reaction video for it. So it'll be on the channel probably later on tomorrow. They'll probably have it tomorrow. Knowing, knowing Voss, it's possible he has it up in the next couple hours. But either who else might have it up sooner? There's a couple people that might have it up actually really soon. But it'll probably be up tomorrow for New Rockstars. So I'm gonna look out for it. If I see it up earlier, I will do a reaction video for it and have it up on the channel. They're predicting snow here tonight, so all those are headed down the capital to see snow. It's not that cold. Yeah, New Rockstars is really good. They're great for breaking down all kinds of stuff. I love Eric Voss New Rockstars. I love those guys. But there's a handful of channels that I follow. Kind of a lot of times where I get some understanding of some things that I don't understand. But then, of course, I do research on the Marvel stuff. You know, even though Wikipedia is not great, it's Wikipedia Marvel.com. They have a whole little creative thing. Then there's MarvelFanbase.com where people that break down the entire characters. There's so much information out there. It's like so much. Sometimes I don't read because I want to be kind of like, okay, like with Moon Knight, I wanted to kind of not read too much. I knew the basics, like the baseline stuff. It was like, I'll let the TV series tell me more about how they were writing that character. But 40 degrees and 20% chance of rain. Yeah, it's probably not. No, you got to be a little bit lower than that. A little bit lower than that to get rain. I would assume because that's got to be lower than that here to get rain. But all right, let's see. So I originally had it set up where I can like release pieces of the episode, but it just I was trying to show little pieces, but the link actually stopped working. So Obi-Wan fixed the robot. I think he put a tracer inside, so things like this where a leg gets caught. I mean, anything is possible. You gotta always say anything is possible because you have to go in that kind of going with that mindset. So when things like that do happen, you're like, when did he do that? And you're like, where did he get that from? You know what I'm saying? So it's like anything's possible. Had snow once in 8 years. Was awesome being in the Sunshine State. Yeah, we had snow. It wasn't fun. It wasn't awesome. We lost power. People didn't do so well. Texas tries to blame it on everybody else, even though it's Texas' fault as far as why everything broke down. Because it's a whole other story. That's just stupid. It's part of the reason why I couldn't stream for like several months, because I had holes in my walls. My electricity wasn't always working. My internet was breaking. It was like fragile as hell. They just barely got that fixed. Like, you know, it's like, so, yeah. Still getting ads, it seems. Oh, I see one on my phone right now. I'm gonna reach out to YouTube. They have a thing where I can actually send them a message. I'm gonna ask them, cause I thought part of having the membership was to not get the ads. I thought that was part of it, but now I'm not sure anymore. Well, we get a massive tourism boom and it's pretty good. Oh, okay, that's interesting. I'm gonna ask them about the memberships though, because I thought that was part of it. Unless they haven't updated the system to do that, because I know from what they were advertising with some of the new additions for memberships, ad free was supposed to be part of it, or it's going to be a part of it, because they're changing how it all flows. It's turned out really good. But I still appreciate you, Drifter, for being a member. Thank you so much. See the story of the disc golf. See the story of the disc golf diver getting eaten by. No, is it like? Is this a story or is there like a video? Because like that should not be happening online. Seeing somebody get eaten in real life. That's crazy. That's just crazy to hear. That's hella crazy to hear. Let me see if there's anyone. Also, thank you guys for watching my newest um, Marvel movie theory that I made into a short. I'm glad you guys watched it or have been watching it. It's pretty dope. I thought it was an interesting theory, so I had to share it with you guys. I had to share it. What is this? Oh. Um, would also be crazy if Ahsoka does show up in this series. In the cartoon, she always seems to put hands on the Inquisitors. You know what I'm saying? Like she just like gives them the business. I'm like, will they show her putting hands on them in the TV series? And like Kenobi looking like, well, you've grown up. You know what I'm saying? Like that would be crazy. I think it might have made our news here. Disc golf on national news. That's so crazy. I'm gonna look it up after stream to see. I'm trying to see if there's anyone. Let's see, anyone streaming. I mean, Noah J is streaming. That's not really. Not too many gamers stream right now. Not too many people. I mean, there's news stuff. A lot of news and some sports. Couple sports from over. A lot of cricket, live cricket right now. Oh wait, is that a PlayStation Summit? All those PlayStation guys out there, there's a state of play for PlayStation set to air tomorrow. Well, day after tomorrow, the 2nd at 5 p.m. Okay, well, there's nobody really streaming right now on YouTube. But thank you guys for joining this today's stream. We're going to keep the stream short because I want to. There's a couple of videos. I did 2 videos. I uploaded them recently. There is a short video kind of speaking on Miss Marvel. And then there's a video for Andor, the reaction for the trailer, which actually looks pretty cool. Please check those out. Andor, for those that don't know, is part of the Star Wars universe. And from what I do know from Andor, we're supposed to get 2 seasons of Andor. And it's supposed to lead to the Rogue One series, the Rogue One movie. So, thank you guys for joining the stream. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. If you have not already, please hit that subscribe button as well as notification bell where you can get all kind of things just like this, these live streams. I have reaction videos. We do music reactions. We just do simple, just regular, just chatting live streams. We just chill and talk about different things. It could be sports. It could be Star Wars. It could be Marvel. It could be DC. It could be some new stuff. We keep the new stuff at a grain level, because some people get too butthurt when you try, you speak your truth, your personal truths. But if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button as well, notification bell. My name is Nonpfixion. And then also, too, if you're here and you've been here for a while, that means you kind of like me. So if you like me, go ahead and hit that like button and like the video. Appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, night, evening, morning, noon, wherever you are in the world today. My name is Nonpfixion. And for those here for the Obi-Wan Kenobi, I hope you guys have a really, really great rest of your week. And I want to see you guys back here next Wednesday morning at about 2 a.m. And for everybody else, thank you for being here. I want to see you back as well. Come check out the videos. Come check out the live streams. We will have the plan is to go live for the Warriors versus Celtics on Thursday for Game 1 of the NBA Finals. If you're into sports, no matter what sports you're in, come back and be a part of the conversation. Love you guys. Appreciate you. Come on, y'all. Have a great, great rest of your night. And may the force be with you. Peace. Peace out, you guys.